Sugar is considered equivalent to poison in most of health-conscious communities, but your brain, heart, muscles, and almost every other major organs depend on it for functioning. We as a human beings try to go towards simple solutions instead of better understanding the problem. Our brain is most of the time trying to preserve some energy this way. Let me tell you a fact. Almost major portion of your food is converted into glucose, which is actually a form of sugar, which is used for energy, and around 20% of it is consumed by your brain. Actually, it's much more complicated than how simple we made it out to be. It's the most efficient fuel for brain and other organs. Before we talk about diabetes, heart diseases, fatty liver, and all other scary stuff associated with the consumption of sugar and how you can stay healthy even with sugar in your daily intake, let's do the short and sweet intro of what sugar actually is for your body instead of your taste buds. After the food get into our digestive system, carbs are broken down into simplest form of sugar called glucose. Carbs are essential in providing our body with energy for functioning throughout the day. When it gets broken down into glucose, it goes into our bloodstream and get absorbed by our blood, causing our blood sugar levels to rise. It's not a bug, it's a feature. That's how our body functions and give us energy. About 25% of all this sugar in our blood is consumed by our brain, and it's very important for healthy functioning of our overall health. But now the question will be, if sugar from carbs and added sugar are same for our stomach at the end, then why do sugar cause all the diseases despite being such an important part of healthy functioning of body? The difference between the glucose from carbs and processed sugar is the speed of release into our blood. The processed sugar is total junk with no additional nutrients and fibers and got quickly absorbed into blood, causing sudden spikes in blood sugar levels, which cause long-term problems with insulin, which is a hormone that controls the movement of sugar into blood, and it will turn into diabetes and fatty liver over time. Meanwhile, the glucose, a form of sugar that comes with carbs, do come with fibers and other nutrients along, which give us stable release of sugar in blood and feeling of being energetic and full. Now let's talk about some of the stuff I got to know in my calories deficit and my research in that phase. The biggest problem in fitness community with sugar is that it's calorie dense. 30 grams of sugar, which is WHO's recommended daily consumption limit, is equal to 220 grams of an apple. So even with small amounts, it can surpass your calories limit if you are not being careful. It will cause you to eat more and in result gain weight and have all kind of problems like cholesterol and diabetes in long term. That was my thinking till I started eating clean. But when I changed my lifestyle and start tracking my calories, weighing everything that goes into my mouth, I noticed something different when I was looking on the numbers in FitnessPal app and was on practical side of things. After eating healthy and clean foods with minimum oil and no sugar, I was feeling full and energetic in 2300 to 2500 calories. Meanwhile, I still got 300 extra calories to eat. Now, if you have some excess body fat, you might think that it will be good and it will help us in burning that fat, but it's not the same with some of us who are trying to preserve muscle mass or have much higher metabolic rate. Some of us are even trying to gain weight, but if you eat all clean, which is vegetables and fruit for most people, it will be almost impossible to gain any muscle mass with that. You have to go on a slight surplus depending on the metabolic rate of your body. Even when eating healthy in maintenance, you can include a moderate amount of sugar with your coffee or something. But here's the key: moderation. The answers to most of the health and fitness related questions are two words: it depends. It depends on whether you are trying to lose weight, gain weight, whether you are old, young, child, male, female, what's your metabolic rate, what's your activity level. If you are serious about it, you have to put in some work personally and see what works for you. Like every other food, there is a healthy amount. I myself have included 20 grams of sugar even during my deficit when I was trying to lose fat, and it worked for me without any troubles. Now, I'm not defending those fancy donuts, energy drinks, and all other kinds of packaged stuff. God knows what they are putting in those sugar bombs, and it's too much of a sugar unless you are making them at home using stevia or some other alternatives, or you figure out a way to prepare any such thing at home with healthy amount of sugar. It's big no-no for your health. You can safely put 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar if you are eating clean overall during the day and are below about 25% of body fat. Your blood markers will not be affected and it will be used as energy source without leaving any impact on your heart, liver or overall health. Personally, I don't get any crash or negative problems when I'm careful with amounts. Beyond certain limits, everything becomes poison, even the most healthiest of foods. Most of the negative narratives you hear are associated with overconsumption, but when you control your daily intake, keep activity levels high and eat healthy balance of macros, the negative effects are about zero. Simply put, the real enemy is excess calories, not sugar. It's not just about that, but the thing that matters the most on fat loss journey or for achieving anything in your life is to keep consistency. You might watch some workout videos with Tupac songs on it and work out for a day or two, but it's the consistency that matters. You might eat bland food and compromise on taste in start since motivation is really high and you are committed, but it will get difficult if you are compromising on taste in long term, and chances of you giving up rise higher. Figure out the foods that you enjoy and are healthy to stay consistent. It will take time, but it will be worth it. The years of damage won't go away in days. The little to moderate amount of sugar will help you prepare something that will be good for your health and will help you in staying consistent beyond that motivation phase. In fact, in this case, sugar will probably help you more in staying healthy than eliminating it from your life. Get to know more about healthy recipes and ingredients and learn how to cook healthier. In the end, your body cares most about balance of energy. If release of glucose is balanced through the whole foods you eat during the day, then the small release by 1 to 2 tablespoons of sugar won't matter much and won't affect your health in any significant way. The little amounts will also help you in dealing with cravings since they are high in starting of journey, and you can handle them by introducing a slight amounts when they are high instead of doing cold turkey, which cause some of people to come back hard on addiction than ever before. Most of the athletes, like footballers and fighters in their training camps, use quick carbs and sugars for energy during their long sessions throughout the day, since their activity levels are quite high. Our muscles use glycogen during activity, which is a stored form of glucose. As muscles runs low on it, performance and focus drop significantly. An average endurance athlete doing running, cycling or football consume 30 to 90 grams of sugar per hour, depending on intensity of sport. So they do need a quick refueling in between their sessions to function properly and avoid hitting the infamous wall. Most of the athletes drink pre-workout fast carbs or sugary drinks to avoid glycogen-related fatigue. It comes in form of sports gels, chews and drinks. Famous example, Eliud Kipchoge. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name right. He is a marathon world record holder. He consumes Martin hydrogel drinks and gels, each containing about 25 grams plus of sugar. On average during marathons, he consumes about equivalent to 25 teaspoons of sugar, which is not healthy for someone who is not professional athlete. Apart from marathon runners, cycling teams use calculated sugar intakes to avoid energy crashes, famously called bonking. There are many other examples in footballers of using such drinks and other same kind of sports that requires high levels of activity. Instant energy like fast carbs or sugar are game changers in these sports. Plus, movement is medicine in its own, and it can take care of most of the problems even if you are not an athlete. Try to introduce some movement in your life. It will mitigate some effects of bad food and will help you in longevity and stress handling. Before we talk about cases where sugar is real bad for you, let's discuss some of the scenarios where sugar or simple fast carbs might help you. We have already talked about athletes, so let's move to number 2. When you are recovering from illness or fasting, then your body needs some easily digestible energy to help you function and improve your immunity. In this case, sugar and simple carbs will help you in fulfilling depleted glycogen levels and speed recovery. Number 3. If it helps you eating a nutritious food that you otherwise struggle to eat, you can add a little amount of sugar on it and it will help you being healthy and eat more nutrient rich food. If you don't like milk or yogurt, try adding bit of sugar with it. If it helps you eat more healthy, then in terms of bigger picture, little bit of it will help you instead of doing damage to your health. Number 4 is occasional consumption. When on outing with friends or family, yes, it will be little bad for your diet, but socialization is best predictor of longevity and it helps you with stress. Personally, I include 1 to 2 cheat meals a month, which are long meals with huge gathering of family and friends. It might sound weird, but it's common in my culture. If you are a healthy person and don't have excess fat or medical condition, it's not that big of a deal. Everything is allowed during this time, be it cake, pizza, fries or anything. This is my personal thing that I follow and advise you to try on your own risk, especially if you already have higher body fat. But if you are healthy and fit, it will help you in dealing with stress and won't let the socialization die down. Now there is a chance that it doesn't apply to you if you are an average American, since the number is around 17 teaspoons per day for an average Joe in USA, which is around 72 grams, and this is how much 72 grams of sugar looks like. When I put it in a cup, it was filling about quarter of the cup. It might be difficult for you to consume if you are not eating packaged and processed food a lot. So the alternative for someone like you will be to give up packaged and junk food instead of giving up sugar. Instead of focusing too much on sugar, focus on what you are eating throughout the day and what more you can replace with healthier options. Keep doing it unless there is no junk, and then you can add small amount of sugar to your routine while balancing calories to eat healthy and keeping it fun also. So that's it for today. If you like this one, check out my other videos on health and nutrition. And as always guys, eat well, sleep better and move more.